Hi, this is Dr. Aseel and اللطيف, and in this video we will explain a conversation from Unit 14 from the book Interchange, student's book by Jack C. Richards. The unit is entitled I Had a Good Time, in which the points for discussion is the description of past weekend activities or past vacation activities. I will start reading this conversation. It is in page 95. The title of this conversation, Did You Have Fun? It's between Kim and Martin. Hi Martin, welcome back. So, did you go to Montreal? No, I didn't. I went to Sydney with my sister. Really? Did you like it? Yeah, we loved it. We visited the Opera House and went to Palm Beach. Did you go surfing? No, we didn't. Actually, we went swimming in the ocean pool, and one day we climbed Sydney Harbour Bridge. Wow, did you have fun? Yes, I did. But my sister didn't like climbing very much. She got really tired. So the conversation between two friends, it is informal. That's why it starts with hi. Hi Martin, as a way of greeting. Welcome back. Because as you can see from the conversation that the speaker, the partner Martin, was on holiday, and he traveled to Sydney, where he enjoyed visiting the Opera House, swimming, and climbing Sydney Harbour Bridge. So Kim welcomes. She is welcoming Martin. So, did you go to Montreal? This is yes or no question in the past form. It starts with the auxiliary did, and the answer is no, I didn't. I went to Sydney with my sister. Really? Did you like it? Yeah, we loved it. We visited the Opera House and went to Palm Beach. Did you go surfing? As you can see, when we have a certain kind of sport or activity in the form of ing, it is preceded by the verb go. No, we didn't. Actually, we went swimming in the ocean pool. And in the previous question, we have the verb go because it is an interrogative statement, a yes or no question starting with did. That's why the main verb should be in the past form. In the answer, the verb should be in the past form, and of course went is the past irregular form of the verb go. And one day we climbed Sydney Harbour Bridge. Wow! This is to express that Kim admired the way how Martin spent or enjoyed his holiday, his vacation. Did you have fun? Did you enjoy your time? Yes, I did. But my sister didn't like climbing. Usually we have also a verb in the ing form after the verb like. My sister didn't like climbing very much. She became really tired, really exhausted. because as you can see in the photo, climbing this bridge is not supposed to be easy. It's very tiring and exhausting. We have the grammar focus, simple past yes, no questions, that start with the auxiliary did. Did you have a good summer? And the answer yes or no. Then we have a comma, and then we have the subject and the auxiliary did with yes, and the didn't with no. I had a great summer. Did you go surfing? As we have explained, after the sports in the ing form, or the activities in the ing form, we put the verb go. No, I didn't. I went swimming. Did Martin like his vacation? Vacation, it means when time for recreation, for enjoyment, when you are away from work, from duties, from job, or even from your home. Yes, he did. He liked it a lot. Did Martin and his sister go to Montreal? No, they didn't. They went to Sydney. We have these passages in the reading section in page 97, entitled Did You Have a Good Weekend? Nick poed, I just had the worst weekend ever. It was my best friend Peter's wedding, and my car broke down. When on the drive, I was on a quiet road, and suddenly there was a bang. Then the car just didn't move. I missed the wedding and came home on the back of a truck. So this is the description of his weekend, which is supposed to be very unhappy. He was supposed to attend his friend's wedding, but unfortunately his car broke down on the way to his friend's wedding, and I was on a quiet road. It seems that road was not busy, empty, we can say, and suddenly there was a very loud sound. Then the car just didn't move. That's why he missed the wedding, and he had to come home on the back of a truck. Jesse Taylor, hi guys, guess what? I just got back from my first ever parasailing class. It was amazing. I traveled to a town by the ocean and met my instructor. We went high up above the ocean where people jump over the rocks. It was kind of scary but so exciting. Here's a picture of me. See? That's me. So this is her picture, and it seems that she have enjoyed her time. She just got back from her first ever parasailing class. Parasailing class is a kind of activity, or we can say sport, very interesting, very exciting, in which you are dragged by a motorboat, and through the use of a parachute, you can rise high in the air. So you feel as if you were flying. It was amazing. It was great. I traveled to a town by the ocean and met my instructor. Just like the trainer, we went high up above the ocean where people jump off the rocks. This kind of activity is very scary, is very dangerous, but at the same time it's very exciting, very interesting. And here is a picture of me. See, that's me. Armando Torres. So on Saturday morning, I did chores at home. So usually Armando Torres spent his weekend by doing chores. Chores means tasks usually performed at home. They are repeated, monotonous, but they are necessary at the same time, like cleaning. Laundry and stuff. Then I went to grocery shopping because there was no food in the house. Sunday morning, I fixed my bike, walked the dog, called my mom, and made lunch. Then I wrote a report for work, cleaned the house, and went to bed. So here we have a description of a daily routine or weekend routine, and it is described in the past form because we have a description of the way how this person spent his time last Saturday or last Sunday morning. Juliet Blum, wow, what an awesome weekend! What a great weekend! I went running in the park on Saturday evening, and I met someone I knew from school 10 years ago. It was so cool. Her name is Mary, and we always hung out together when we were kids. She's married now and has a baby. Wow! This is an indication that Juliet Blum had an awesome and great weekend. I went running in the park on Saturday evening, and as we have mentioned that certain activities or certain kind of sport in ing form usually preceded by the verb went, and here we have the past form of go, of course, went. And I met someone I knew from school 10 years ago. It was so cool, it was so interesting. Her name is Mary, her friend Mary, and we always hung out together. It means we went out together, enjoyed our time outside together when we were kids. Now she's married, that's why we have the description in the present form, because we have a description of her present state. She's married. Okay, thanks for listening.